The Bible. Is it hard to understand?
When it comes to reading the Bible, the first thing that comes to mind is the fact that this is the Word of God.
The seals have been broken, and the truth is here.
And when we go throughout the scriptures, when we go throughout extra biblical records, we find that the language that God employed, that He used to create the heavens and the earth, was the Hebrew language.
Christ said, I came for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. But yet no one, no religious leader, no religious church out there anywhere can now identify the 12 tribes of Israel. Can we? God is quite simple, but it seems as if man makes understanding Him hard.
What are those mysteries?
The truth of your book and the truth will make you free. The Hebrew and Bible Academy, you're invited.
Hey, Shalom. Shalom, everyone. How are you doing? Elder Rawchaa with G.O.C.C. Media. You understand? So hopefully everyone is doing okay out there tonight. Have a good show for you guys tonight. So first of all, I want to see, can everyone hear me? Okay. Let's make sure everyone can hear me first. One moment. Can everyone hear me? Okay. Okay, everyone can hear me. We good. Just wanted to make sure everyone could hear me first. Okay. Good to see everybody. Okay. Good to see everyone tonight. Tonight we have a nice show for you all, and it's going to be part 2 with Brother Stan from Jerusalem Naturals. Okay. So people have been actually asking about Brother Stan coming back on to deal with his plants and stuff like that, right? So he's going to actually be coming on here. We actually did a live recording, a pre-recorded, interview with Brother Stan from Jerusalem Naturals, and it was pretty interesting, right? It was pretty fun. I'm talking about the food portion. We had a good time sitting down with Brother Stan, but we did want to bring him back on because we do have a lot of people who's always asking about how to garden, how to do this, how to do that, when it comes to gardening. Brother Stan is the man when it comes to that. Okay, so if you need him, listen to me. Don't keep putting them seeds in the ground and then you're not bearing any type of fruit or herbs or whatever the case may be because your soil is dead. Brother Stan is going to come on here today and put you on game. Okay? So, we're not going to be on here too long tonight. I actually have been working all day since this morning on the, you understand, on the tractor. Been working on the tractor all day, guys. So I just literally jumped off the tractor about 45 minutes ago. Okay, I was a mess. And then I got fresh. Okay. And then guess what I have to do after this? I got to go hit some chest. That's called discipline. And I'm dealing with church stuff 24 hours, by the way. So, as a matter of fact, I would like everyone, if you don't mind, to pray for our local body member, Pakiyam. Sister Pakiyam just, unfortunately just lost her mother. Okay, and we would like you to be zealous and pray for our sister, because Sister Pakiyam, let me tell you, a real sister. You talking about a real sister who showed real love. You know what I mean? Y'all all know, like, if you was in the streets, you got one of them down chicks, Sister Pocky. It's like that in the truth. You see what I'm saying? And I know we got a lot of sisters like that, but yeah, man, pray for our sister, because I will say this. I would want to be warring with a sister like that in this walk. She remind me of when we, reading about sisters like Judith and some of these, loyal sisters in the scriptures. Okay. So anyway, before we get the interview, I wanted to give you guys a chance to ask any questions before we start the interview. We're going to have a little free moment really quick to ask any questions that probably got missed last time. Sometimes I just may have overlooked someone's questions. So I just want to make sure we do that. But we will go into Matthew 24 today, because there's a lot in the news. All right, that's a lot in the news. They just tried to kick me off of Facebook for 24 hours. Right? And you talk about for something basic. Elder Rawchaa told me, they kicked him off of Twitter for a week. So this is what happens when you come out with, you understand the truth of the Most High. But we want to keep this channel. We want to keep A Gathering 144. So we have to be wise as serpents and harmless as doves. And to those who may have an ear to hear, Most High willing, they can hear and listen. Right? So, yeah. First, before we go into that, is there any questions about, you understand, that I may have missed last time? Any questions on gardening? Any questions about the ranch or anything? Okay, one person says, so we're going to just do this for let's do this for about 5 minutes. We have Al Griffin saying, how can I get a piece of the bitter leaf? Listen, I was at his house, and we're going to show it in the video. He actually had some of the bitter leaf, some extra, you understand, pieces of bitter leaf in new plant pots. So all you have to do is go to Jerusalem Naturals on Instagram and send him a message, direct message him, and he will tell you how he can, you understand, how you can purchase it, and he can mail it to you. All right. Mines have duplicated. He gave me something called, I think it's Persetamol. I don't remember the name because I'm still learning some of these plants he has, and mine have multiplied. Right. Yeah. So that's how you can get that. Just very good to be here today. You understand. I'm going to pour me a little tea here while I'm waiting on y'all to listen. They done brought me the whole teapot today. So I'm going in. I want to, sometime, you need it all. Got that good old green pot of tea. And we got this beautiful pot from Turkey. I like to eat and drink in fancy dishes. So we got that there from Turkey. All the way from Turkey. That's a cast iron little pot. And for those of you sisters who may be suffering with anemia, start using cast iron sometimes, because you will be able to absorb the iron in your food as long as you're consuming vitamin C. Okay? So it's a beautiful thing. All right? It's a beautiful thing. Right. Yeah, I just love beautiful dishes. When you travel, you see a lot of beautiful stuff, and why not, man? I mean, life is vain until we get into the kingdom. Enjoy what you have, especially if it's going to make you and your family healthy. Why not? Right? So on the Sabbath, I got certain dishes that I eat in. Right? I'm honestly curious if pre-workout should be avoided or is it safe? I take pre-workout. That's for you to decide. Okay, the world obviously recommends it, but I stick with the Most High and learn from the elders. So it's certain things, my sister, that it's for you or it's not for you. If you ain't a person chunking iron, you ain't a person up here lifting 315, 225, 400 pounds, working all day and then coming in trying to hit it, it may not be for you. But I take pre-workout. Okay. So I don't think in this world you're going to be able to run from anything. And I'm going to do a show very soon, killing the vegan doctrine. It's okay to be a vegan, and it's okay to eat meat, but I'm going to kill the doctrine in the show very soon. I'm going to kill it. I'm going to kill it so easy with a double-edged sword. They may not want to come on here no more. And it's going to be so common sense. They're going to be like, why haven't I thought of that? Because some vegans are some of the most unhealthiest people, and they seem to actually be no different than the letter group. They want to convert people. We shouldn't be doing this. I'm going to prove it all to you. I'm going to prove it to you. I'm going to prove it so easy, you won't be able to come with nothing. A man of experience, as the scripture says in Ecclesiastes, will have an answer for such a thing. So, let me answer a few questions before we start this thing. Elder, what can be planted during this time and what would grow here in Georgia? You have to understand your hardy zone. You have to understand your zone. All you have to do is go to Google and look up your zone. And I know they already call them zones in Atlanta, but I'm talking about planting zones. Okay, you have to understand your planting zone, and you just need to Google what plants can be planted in fall times. Usually you'll plant in the beginning of a season, and then you will reap the harvest of these type of vegetables within that third month of that season. And sometimes even, depending on if your climate is very good and balanced, where you still have heat in the winter, you can still bear it in the winter. Okay, Maria, G.O.C.C. ATL. So you might want to just look up your zone and look up what you can plant in your zone in that time. A lot of times you'll go to Home Depot and they'll tell you on the back what can be planted when and what time. It's never the same, right? Oh yeah, listen. Hayama and Yashar, I'm gonna bring that thing all the way out. And once again, I'm not gonna bring it out against people who have to eat no meat. I'm not gonna bring it out against them. It's not against anybody. It's just people who want to make some type of a group of something and all that. You understand, and try to heap souls to themselves, thinking they're deep. You will never be deeper or better than Christ. And I'm going to prove it in scripture. And it won't take me long, by the way. How do you like them kettlebells? I use kettlebells every now and then. You have to use what you want to use to get in shape. Okay? You have to use what you want to use. And I'm not a person who's saying it because I just love to eat meat. I think everything the Most High made is healthy. But I'm also going to prove how, just because an animal is living, how plants are living. We're actually going to prove on here how plants are living too. How when you take them from the root system, or you take a watermelon from the vine, how they start to die off as soon as you kill them. Yeah. Even when you have meat, it takes time for it to dehydrate and to turn into jerky. The same process of that is the same process of fruit and vegetables, right? You take them off of the mother plant or the mother foundation, whether it be the roots or the vine or whatever the case may be, they start to die off. They actually die off a little quicker. So the meat don't die off that quick. If you kept both of them in sunshine, then I've made jerky before. They leave their meat out in Egypt hanging from a hook, and it still does not go bad when it's in fresh air. Okay, so yeah, so we don't even want to make the show about that today. Let me kill that another time. Eat your vegetables, because I'm going to eat mine. But I'm just saying, we ain't going to bring a doctrine, you know what I mean, to be healthy. Just the Most High told us what we need to do. Elder, do you all have supplements that work with reducing allergies? Man, that phone, where did I put my phone? Oh, there you go, because I'm like, man, I got to turn this thing on silent. Y'all give me one moment here. One moment. Okay. There we go. Now everybody can see me a little better. Elder, do you have supplements that work well with reducing allergies? Well, if you got a vaccine from allergies like I did when I was young, my parents probably didn't know. I'm sure there's herbs that work for allergies. But right now, I don't sell any herbs specifically that's dealing with that. And, neither do I probably want to mention that on here. But there's certain things that you can take for allergies. Okay. I'm dead at your teacup, though. You know what I'm talking about? Listen. Listen, pompous. We gonna be like them boys and sisters in England. Want a cup of tea? All they sip is tea in the Mediterranean. This is ceramic. It came with this pot. That's ceramic. Ceramic. When you don't polish it, you get the minerals out of ceramic. Beautiful how the Most High made everything, right? And it keeps it hot or cold. Most High is perfect. Hit that like button. Hit that like button, y'all, before we go in. My brother says vegans are not that healthy. Uh-oh. Hey, listen, most vegans, it's funny, it's funny being Elder Rawchaa was talking about this. A lot of vegans is eating flavor enhancers. They're eating chemicals. They eating anything as long as it ain't meat. Right? They eating anything as long as it ain't meat. Just stay away from meat. You could eat a Beyond Meat burger, which is soy and all that. Listen, most vegans, and when I tell you, especially after you've been a vegan for like 2 years, you'll realize you are lacking if you don't understand how to actually do the diet. You have to actually understand and study yourself approved to how to do the diet. After about 2-3 years, a lot of people find out that they're in the hospital because they're malnutrition. Proven fact. Proven fact. You think because you eating lettuce, you healthy. You still have to eat other nutritious things. And there's proteins and there's vitamin K2 that you're lacking because you only get K1 in greens. You do not get K2, okay, in it. Because the ground, it does not have enough sulfur as it used to have. Okay, not even the rainwater does. So let me tell you, you better, woo boy, I can't wait to do it. Cause see, if the Most High wanted Elijah to go to Sinai, see, if he wanted Elijah to go to Sinai with vegetables, he would have gave him some lettuce. He would have gave him some celery. He said, go in the strength of the meat. That's what the Most High told him. I'm just saying, but we gonna kill that thing another day. We gonna leave that for another day. And don't forget that pinky. Hit that like button. Yeah. Our people always got to bring it. What the scripture say? How is it that every one of you have a new song or a doctrine or psalm or, my goodness. Can we just keep it simple with what Christ had? Shalom. No, I'm not telling people you gotta eat meat. I'm saying we would never, Christ never told us to bring a new doctrine except for the one he got, the gospel. That's it. I know we're inspired and zealous, but our people suffer for a lack of knowledge. Most vegans I know eating chemicals as long as it's not meat. I can make this taste like that, taste like that. You got to put this with that. Cool. Praise the Most High. That's a blessing because if we didn't have it, we need those skills. But we're not going to make a doctrine out of it. Is it best to start a garden in a greenhouse? You have to always remember your climate. Like if you go to like Seattle where it rains too much, you're going to have to probably get a greenhouse. Maybe even with some lights, specific plant lights to grow in because you're going to probably have powdery mildew problems, things like that. You may have different climates where it's too hot where you do need a greenhouse because a lot of herbs, like when I was in Egypt and I had my nice garden, my herbs would grow in that climate a lot of times year round. You see what I'm saying? Without a greenhouse, but it all depends on your climate. But I'm making a greenhouse, Most High willing, next week. Most High willing, it'll be up within 1 to 3 days. Right? I had, 4 or 5 piles of dirt around here? Got them all down, 2 days. You really could do it in 1 day. It depends on what time you got. I'm just saying we got to be a people of action. What can I take for muscle pain in my hand? I am not sure if it's arthritis or carpal tunnel. Well, if you want to contact us on the side, not on here, I really don't want to put stuff out like that on here. Email me at Elder Rawchaa at gmail.com. Okay, and I'm still going to tell you in a professional, legal way. Okay, so we're getting ready to go into Matthew 24 and talk about a few things before we go into this video. I see some people making some comments. I'm really enjoying your supplements, Elder. I can tell the difference, and I only started 2.5 weeks ago. I will be ordering again. All praises to the Most High, man. I just need y'all black people to leave some reviews, right? So first off, I want to make a few announcements. Don't forget to check out the other shows that come on from tomorrow night, Wednesday night, Elder Rawchaa, okay, on A Gathering 144. You understand? We have, I think Elder Mar does his on Fridays. He did a great show the other day with the health. We have, the Indian tribe brothers coming out with their shows. You understand? Make sure you guys tune into that. Make sure you guys tune into the introduction, which is the academy. You're going to get flawless wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that continues to grow as the spirit continues to work with our elders. Yeah, I mean, man, you want to stay sharp as time goes by, because we who knows if we're going to have our Bibles or not. We need to make sure our study game is on point, right? Because the college knowledge that you get is trash. I'm going to be honest with you. You can use it for a tool or whatever career that's going to help for the Most High if you're using it for that. But outside of that, you're going to forget it all. You're not going to forget this, because this is what we live for. This is our life. We need to understand this Bible. Okay, really understanding this Bible, you can really go through anything in this world, right? But there is a place for studying what you're going to use for your actual talent. That is very important. But I just would say try to do it without going in debt. Okay. Let me see here. We getting ready to go into a Cheerio. Yeah, Cheerio. Cheerio, darling. Cheerio, darling. Okay. More Joy says most lack serious mineral deficiencies. And let us pray. I see y'all joking on here. Let us pray. So what I don't want us to pick on the vegans. We can let them pick on us, try to pick on us, but we don't want to fight fire with fire. We just want to give wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to help them so they won't be so tight. You know what I mean? You know, stuck up as if they doing something deeper than Christ. Because Christ was eating fish. I'm just, but I'm gonna go deeper than that. And it's all in the Bible, all in the basic scripts of the Bible, from the commands of the Most High. Plant-based burgers are beautiful to me. They taste good, but I won't eat them all the time. But be careful of Beyond Meat. Beyond Meat may be still meat, but some humans or something like that. You got to be careful out there. Soy, all that. No, K2 don't have just great benefits. K2 is what you need to turn your mouth on. Your Odontioblast won't even turn on if you don't have K2. It's like a car wash in there. They go in there and go to work to actually help to heal cavities. But I can't say too much on here about that. You got to do your own research. But K2 is actually needed. It's supposed to actually be produced by our own body. But with the American diet and the way things is going today, your body does not, it just don't do it. It may do it off and on sometimes, but it's not doing it enough for you to get it enough. That's why people walking around with crooked teeth and cavities. It's just proper research on this. But you need K2 and vitamin D3. They both work together. Can't wait for the TKO Elder. Listen, it's coming. It is coming. Trust me. One thing about me, I'm a man of my word. Elder Mar goes into every broadcast. Elder Mar gonna give you that TKO. You already know. I wasn't too sure if I was on the right website. KIIY supplements.com. All right, we get ready to go into this Matthew 24 now. All right. Can trace minerals help with mineral deficiencies? They can a little bit. You know what I mean? It's all necessary. But you know, You want to make sure you're eating those herbs and those vegetables to get those minerals. And there's also minerals in meat. There's even K2 in grass-fed meat. So, just make sure you do your research, whatever you eat for you and your family. We're not here to tell people what to eat. As long as it's lawful, eat what you want to eat. As long as you ain't being a glutton. I eat only grass-fed beef. But what I can control, like if I'm going out to a burger spot, if they ain't got grass-fed beef, that'd probably be the only time I wouldn't eat it. But because we know they ain't getting that. So we're going to go into Matthew 24 really quick, because there's a few topics out I'm sure you guys have been hearing, right? You guys have been hearing the stuff that was been going on with Kanye West, right? Yeah. And see, this is the thing. Why am I even spewing this out of my mouth? Is because I don't want us to get website not in the description, because I didn't put it in there. One moment, I'll put it in there. Keysupplements.com. All right. So I hope you pay attention, because I'm going to be going on with the lesson, and we're not going to get it till later. So Kanye. So this is the thing, guys. When something's going on in the earth, there's always distractions. Am I saying that that's a distraction? To a certain degree, it is. I'm not here to down any celebrity, because the Most High can use anybody. I'm just not wasting my time waiting on people. If they come, they go just join the war. We go pick up the plot. We all working together. But I'm not sitting back like, oh my goodness, is Kanye coming in? This person? I mean, praise the Most High. I'm worried about the people who we got here and the people who I can wake up. And if those brothers wake up or sisters, so be it. Praise the Most High. I'm not against them or for them until they come into the truth. You see what I'm saying? So I'm here to down no man, because the Most High can use anybody. But I don't want us to stay as a people focused on. I mean, because these people are wishy-washy. You don't really know sometimes. Me and Elder Rawchaa was talking about this. If people are being used, we don't know. But it's, that's why the scripture says better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. So we watch and we see. But I'm not sitting back just watching every day what's going on with some celebrity. That's all I'm saying. I bless the Most High for all the talent of Kendrick Lamar, all these people. But check it out. Kodak Black know he Hebrew, but so what? He's still, doing the worldly thing. So I'm not worried about lukewarm people at the moment. Really, never. You see, I got people whose lives need to be saved right now, who's in this. So if they're meant to get in there, they're gonna get in there. If it's written, they're gonna be in there. But some of you sitting back, that's all you're focused on instead of doing your work. You sitting back, fighting against people, arguing like two basketball teams. When you like one basketball team, the other like the other basketball team. It's all vanity. It's all vanity. I don't know if he's a puppet or not. I'm not here to call people all of that, because I don't know these people personally. You see what I'm saying? So I do pray that all men and women come to the Most High. But I'll say this: you got brother Willie D out here, right? Willie D started off with the Ghetto Boys. Y'all know that. With Rap-A-Lot Records. Okay, with a brother here named James Prince, and drink a little water here. With a brother named James Prince, right? So what you do, you let the water sit in that silver cup, and it's like you already got you some colloidal silver. If it's sitting in there like 30 minutes, now you're drinking not just regular water, you're drinking silver water. You want nutrients in everything you do. You eat with that silver spoon, you got some, I don't eat with that on the Sabbath, but I'm just saying, you antibacterial, in case you have food-borne illness on there, something like that. So, just educating you. And guess what? If something happened with the money, you can melt that thing. That's an asset right there. Straight up. But anyway, so Willie D started with the Ghetto Boys, and he's going against Kanye because Kanye went against Puffy. See, this is the thing. You hear what I'm going? This sounds like some gossip that men shouldn't even be talking about. You see? So Kanye said some great things, though. I praise the Most High for the brother waking up. And this is where it gets confusing. You got Puffy, who we all know, the letter group thing. I got some personal stories as well. Like more than one. I'm just say that about Puffy. But I'm still not going to judge the man. But the letter group thing, he be on that. That's all I'm going to say. But you know, hopefully Most High bless him. And him and Kanye going at it. Kanye's telling him, you know, allegedly through these texts, you know, those J people who called you, JEWISH people who called you, who sent you to me and all that, right? So they arguing back and forth, and he tells a brother, he tells a brother off, he curses him out. So Willie D is mad at that. Really, that's not his business, but he's mad at that. He's like, Kanye is against our people. Anybody who's against our people is against me. And Willie D, I feel like he's a genuine man who really does love his people. But this is the thing. Our people got to take the mote out of their own eyes. You see, why am I saying this? Because Willie D, I'm from Houston. He's hanging around with this little Houston group. They all got this little flock together in Houston. Mayor Turner is with the letter group thing. Hidalgo with the letter group thing. And guess what? This is with the, you know what I mean? I see Trader Truth, the rapper, all these people is around this man, the letter group thing. And guess what he is? He's a Democrat. So really what Willie D is mad, he's mad at Kanye because he's wearing a White Lives Matter. Listen, call the man up personally instead of y'all going against each other on some internet. Call it. That's what real dudes do. You see? Y'all both really care for y'all people, but y'all getting caught up. You really know why you're getting caught up? Because you're not putting Christ first and you're lukewarm. You see? So I'm not finna get caught up in. I love what Kanye's saying and how he's waking up, but I'm not finna get caught up because one moment he's with some chicks or, you know, talking about some crazy worldly stuff that I can't say on here. Pornography. It just starts with a P at the beginning. So, but you know, I'm just saying, I don't got time to be worried about all of that. You see what I'm saying? And you got Charleston White talking about T.I. T.I. is talking, he's always talking positive stuff, but then look how he lets his son rap out there like some little gangster trap rap. You see what I'm saying? Why are y'all so worried about these celebrities? Should we not be focused on Christ? I mean, I'm not going to let nobody frustrate me with no celebrities. All I'm saying is stay focused. And we're going to read it here. Stay focused. If they wake up, they wake up. If they don't, let's keep it moving and work with what we got. We got children in front of us that need to be souls that need to be raised to turn them into whatever the Most High has planned for them. You see what I'm saying? And we sitting here scrolling on social media all day when it's like, what works are you doing? If these people do join the truth, what works are you doing? Are you going to be a man pleaser? Are you man pleasing right now and waiting for them to come in truth so you could kiss their boots or something? I'm confused. I don't know. I'm confused. What works are you going to be doing to help them and teach them? I'm just saying, to be an example. So let's stay focused because there's going to be false prophets that arise in this time. So we really don't know what's really going on. You got to be careful. A tree is known by its fruits. That's why it says, better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. Okay? So let's go. Let's just go into this Matthew 24 before we go into this beautiful interview with Stan. That way we can stay focused. Right? Matthew 24:1 says, first of all, hit that like button. Hit that like button. Okay? Even if you don't like it, just hit it for me. Because obviously you like it because you're on here today. Hit that thing. It don't cost you no money to match up the views with the likes. It don't cost you no money. All it costs you is like half a second. All praises. Shalom, Elder Dale. Okay. So, we just come on here to conversate a little bit before the interview. Okay. Matthew 24:1 says, and Yeshua went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him for to show him the buildings of the temple. And Yeshua said unto them, see you not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. Okay. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? This would tell us what we should be focusing on. Okay. All right. Verse 4. And Yeshua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. Stay focused, Israel. Take heed and be careful that none of these celebrities, none of these so-called actors, mayors, governors, whatever leaders deceive you. Right? We judge people by their fruits, but some people have double lives. We can only judge people by their fruits and just hope at the end of the day. But how do we not get caught up staying focused on what Christ told us here? We be sitting here arguing about who's better than who, this and that, and they'll be working together behind the scenes. So we got to be careful with that part, okay? You ever read some of these books, 48 Laws of Power and things like that? Let me tell you, these people will act like they're going against each other, but still be going against you to play you. Be careful, okay? These people ain't, even if they come in true, they ain't even pay your rent. So, right? And Yeshua, verse 4, and Yeshua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ. And shall deceive many. Many shall come and say, we the Jews, we the Hebrews. But then, are they really? Or are they just plotting and playing a game? Don't think, guys. This is what I want y'all to understand here very clearly, so you won't be simple before a day is made. Not simple as a day is old, but simple before a day is made. Be careful. You don't think one of these guys is going to come, right, and not deceive you? Are you kidding me? We don't know which one it's going to be, but I don't got time to be waiting around to see that either. But trust and believe, all of them ain't going to be who they say they are. We don't know which ones it's going to be, but most of the people, as we see, and it's no different than when we first came into the truth. A lot of us maybe took a year or two before we got with it, right? So we give anybody that grace. All I'm saying is, let's just stay focused. That's it. I don't got nothing bad to say about any man or woman, celebrity or not. But I ain't paying attention to no nonsense. The scripture says, abstain from all appearance of evil. So I don't care about what's going on, with them really. Now, when they say something good, I'm like, man, praise the Most High, man. That brother, he waking up. That's how I just think. I think positive about everything, right? Let's continue. Verse 5 again. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. And you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. Are they not still talking about wars? Don't forget the last thing that happened in the war with that country that starts with a U and a K. And R. They was over there chilling, walking around on the beach. Y'all remember where Elder showed that? They're going to continue to make wars and rumors of wars. But what do we have to do? Prepare and stay focused, because Christ said that they would do these things. He said that they would do that. Bring fear, because don't forget, they're all working together. I told y'all, the art of war, the 48 laws of power, they all working together. Russia acting like, you know what I mean? Listen, you are Edom. You got a little Japheth in you, but you Edom. Y'all all working together. But you're Edom, Russia. Zepho went over there to take over. In the book of Joshua, it tells you. Okay? Let's go to verse 6. And you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled. Oh my goodness, they're shooting bombs. You heard about the war? I've been hearing Hebrews even saying this stuff. Christ is telling you, don't fear the magician's tricks. For all these things must come to pass. They have to say these things so that they can take certain people through the wave that comes. It's a wave. That's what Christ is trying to show you. It's a wave. Are you going to get caught up in the tidal wave? You going to get caught up in the tidal wave? Huh? That's why they coming out with these movies called, this wave, that wave, whatever the name of that movie is. Don't forget, there just was a wave where people was taking things in their arm. See? They're gonna be bringing fear. They're gonna be bringing agendas, false flags, and people gonna get caught up with the waves. Christ is trying to tell you right here: don't get deceived. Don't get up in all the talk and the beef. I'm not worried about no rap beef. First of all, I'm not even worried about a rapper. I do rap. I'm not a rapper though. Rapping is just the talent. I mean, you don't make money in music. You make a little bit of money. Ain't gonna be no money to pay your bills. Unless you got a full-time job as a producer or a beat maker. That's who make money right now. Even the guys, the artists is really not making money. And if they are, they're owned and bought and sold when that contract is written. Nobody trying to be no artist out here. Unless you sign to a godly man who ain't gonna treat you. I'm just saying, but you sign with these people, you already know what that's about. They make you perform even when you're 70 years old. You think these people want to be up there performing? They're bought and sold. Keep making the music for the Most High. People going to support the work. And you never know what the Most High is going to do with it. So you keep doing what you're doing. But if you're trying to get up there and be famous and go viral and all this vanity, do things genuine, you'll go viral. This thing is a business. You don't know how this algorithm works now? See? Don't get caught up. Stay focused. Right? This thing is done. We got to stay focused. We need to be saving food, saving water. If we can, starting a family business, getting the house in order, buying assets, little by little, whatever we can do. People is a great resource. Making friends of mammon. So if things go down, we got this friend over here. We got this brother or sister. You know what I mean? We staying focused. That's what the Gentiles is doing. It's all right to make posts and stuff like that if you're motivating and inspiring and trying to keep people up to date with you. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But just beware you don't get caught up in the mess. Okay? This is what he's telling us right here, huh? Verse 7, for nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines. Right? We in a famine. The gas is still up. You understand? Inflation is at an all-time high. We're in debt, forever debt here in America, right? They're in debt. Right? Getting ready to go digital. That's what they're saying, right? And before the big digital, the thing they're going to be putting inside of you, right? They got bioengineering and everything. Be careful for that bioengineering if you ain't hear the last show. Be careful for the bioengineering. Right? Be careful for the genetically modified thing. It's like every day you go to the store now, something new has bioengineering. Something not made by the Most High. No different than the times of Noah. So you was laughing at people when they said, oh, everything got to be organic and this and that. Okay, that's fine. But there's some things too you can get that's not organic, that's still good for you. Like the number 4 and the number 3. You can still get those, but you got to just make sure you wash off the pesticides with baking soda and vinegar and things like that. Okay, the sprays. But just make sure you ain't getting none that says bioengineering. Because the people with that thing in them, that thing gonna connect that bioengineering with that. They basically becoming something totally different. Their body is starting to accept things that it's not supposed to even be able to consume. All right, verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All of these things are promoted and marketed how? Through the media. This is how you know about these things. If there was no media, you wouldn't know about them. But don't think that a lot of this is not made up and planned. Dealing with weather, whatever the case may be. Right? Let's stay focused, because Christ is telling us all of these things is going to come to happen. But make sure you are doing what you're supposed to do. And make sure you're adapting. Make sure you're not getting scared at everything they say. Because if elders did not come out, I personally believe, telling our church and people that they should probably not be taking certain things here, I believe that a lot of people would have been taking it. Of course, we got people who's trying to detox and get certain things out of them. But I'm saying I believe way more people would have taken it. I'm just being honest. We learned about these things when we got into the truth, even before they came with that specific one, but what our parents was allowing us to get. And for those of you who know, some type of little, stuff they put in your arm. So I wouldn't trust anyone they put, because it seemed to me they lie. They like, even in the movies, they tell you they lied about the rabies thing. Just they will do anything. You get cut by rust, you gonna get gangrene. Listen, when people was getting cut by rust before they was that, what was they doing? Was they going trying to find that? It didn't exist. They didn't die. You can take some activated charcoal, and these toxins is coming out of your body. What are you talking about? Christ wasn't giving these things out. Talking about some rabies. These animals don't got no rabies. The Most High is perfect. The Most High is perfect. They made anything for you to have to come to them and take something. And then before you know it, down the line, there's some type of time thing that comes out to where you have that. Be careful, man. Anything to bring fear. Fear is on every level. Oh, you got to get your gallbladder taken out. Oh, man, what? I proved that myself to be wrong. I've actually helped someone not have to do that. Doctors trying to bring fear. And I'm like, you need to talk to me. Right? I'm over this person. Don't try to bring fear. We're going to go home and talk about this thing. Before you know it, did the granny gallstone flush things? I thought you were a doctor who went to college. So you just lied to us. She didn't have to get that taken out. You mean to tell me I didn't go to no college, and how did I find that out and it worked? So you mean you just wasted all your time, but really you're a crook. You could have told this person to do this or do that. And if that didn't work, then maybe. See? Straight up. And then you call them later and tell them, oh yeah, we didn't have to get that taken out. By the way, the Most High is perfect. Am I saying that people should not use that's not what I would never say that. Every situation is different. But the scriptures tell us our people suffer for a lack of knowledge. We got to do our studying to show ourselves approved. That's all we saying. We got to study to show ourselves approved. We can't just believe in all the fear that they try to bring. Some of you may be in worst case to where this may need to be done. Whatever the situation may be. Get with your family. Get with your doctors, get counsel, whatever the case may be, before you make decisions. That's all I'm saying. We can't do nothing without counsel. That's why the scriptures tells us that. Nothing without research and counsel to make sure that we're making a great choice. Fasting restarts the stem cells. Yeah. But you still got to know how to do that. You can't just do it. You can't just become a vegan. You have to do research. You have to understand, how does your body work? Everyone's digestive system does not work the same. Trust me when I say that. Right? Okay. I know we be right. Let's go to verse 9. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and you shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. They've been doing this to a lot of people who speak out of these so-called celebrities. But it's going to come a time to where, how it is now, where us speaking this gospel, they don't want to hear it. They're going to be delivering certain people up, possibly. Right? But this is what we signed up for. Right? Listen, that's that natural colloidal. And I take colloidal silver too still. That's good. It stay cold up in that metal. Beautiful. Anyway. Verse 10, and then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. This is what we have to be careful about. They got this mess all over the place with this celebrities. Let us not be in that spirit of betraying one another and offending one another, especially arguing about what's going on in the media about people who ain't even paying our bills. Especially not the men. If we see grown men doing that, we can't. That's not the image of the Most High. He ain't worried about none of that. I'm gonna tell you right now. Not in okay. Celebrity gossip. That's usually I've seen women doing that. Worldly women at that. And many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. We know Kanye trying to run for president. But listen, man. Like I said, I praise the Most High for my brother at the end of the day. But I still have to say, because I understand what's going on in this book, I know what's going to happen. Ain't going to be nobody saving Babylon. I'm not saying, you know what I mean? People could do what they want to do, vote. I'm not telling nobody what to do, but I'm just voting for Christ. I understand what's going on. I'm staying focused on him. You see? I'm just staying focused on him. Because Willie D, he's getting caught up in the Democrat thing. That's really why he's mad. He's been brainwashed to think that Democrats and blacks go hand in hand. That's why a lot of black people is mad at Kanye when they hear him speak the Republican thing. But the Republicans do have more values. I mean, it's just a fact. You know, if I can vote for someone here like the governor, Abbott been kicking butt. I'm gonna keep it real. Regardless of what side he playing on, I'm talking about on the surface. He's against abortions. He's the one who allowed the churches to stay open during the time that things were shut down. I'm for that. I'm not saying I don't know this him personal, but I'm for that. So I don't get caught up in, you understand, Republican, Democrat, all that stuff. Right? So 11, and many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. A lot of people are going to rise, and some of them shall deceive the very elect. Because we focused on the wrong thing. You call yourself waiting on Christ, but then when you get so excited because a celebrity is waking up or something, guess what? Hey, it's like you didn't start looking at him like your savior. So we got to be careful. Yeah, y'all please stay focused on the lesson. Because listen, the reaper Judah 12 is the reaper. He going to reap you. He going to rip you. Right? Yeah, I'm telling you, stay focused. He gonna come through like the locusts. Boom. I'm just joking, man. Let's go to verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. This is the times that we are already coming into. We already know. Let me tell you, I seen someone who I went to school with, and he wasn't even built like that. When I say built like that, meaning he was built to be a great well-behaved young man. I played basketball with him, went to middle school with him, went to high school with him. Come to find out, this brother in Houston then killed his friend, Nigerian friend, and then the son ended up dying. I don't remember if they said how the son died, but Ramar sent it to me. I'm like, I know this dude. I went to school with this dude. I got a picture with this dude. Like, we played on the same basketball team. That's crazy. I hadn't seen him in like over 13 plus years. But to come back and hear some craziness like this, man, brothers be hanging with the wrong crowd, starting to get on drugs, different things like this. It's just sad, man. But who knows if someone been taking this or taking drugs or sinning. When you do certain things in this time, the Most High is going to give you everything you want. Right? So we need to get our households in order. We need to get our minds, stop to focus on the flesh. Because brothers, especially you brothers, let me tell you, hey, the technology is cold right now. You don't want to be, They making, listen, these men is like, it's like they going out of their way to try to look better than a woman. I seen something on a post the other day or something. The girl was mad because her dad the dude was mad because his dad want to accept her as what he didn't change over to. And he's, I'm gonna accept you. And you know why they showing our people, because they trying to promote it to us. But I'm looking at this person, this thing that the Most High created and how it turned into something else. It looks, if you was walking down the street, you were like, man, that's a pretty girl. But nah, that ain't no girl. And that's why we say, hey, don't be unequally yoked with unbelievers, because you got to do research on these people. Listen, before I get with anybody, I'm asking, I want to see pictures of you understand, your grandfather, your daddy, if I can see how much I can down the line. That's just me though. You know, I'm asking a lot of questions. So, because let me tell you, boy, you fall into that puppy love, and it'd be something totally different. You will be now fitting that scripture where it says, and they were given in marriage. You give it in marriage to the wrong thing now. So be careful out here. Right? So verse 12, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold, but he that shall endure to the end, the same shall be saved. How can we endure to the end if we don't stay focused? How? How can we endure to the end if we don't stay focused? Right? One moment. How can we endure to the end if we don't stay focused? So, where are we now? So we're not gonna continue here. We're gonna get ready to go into our interview. But I wanted you guys to understand that you don't want to get caught up and be deceived because you're not doing what you're supposed to do. You're so focused and waiting on the wrong things that's going on right now, things that have nothing to do with nothing. And then when we look up where's your talent that the Most High gave you, how is it multiplying? We still only see you in the same position from the last few years. Stagnation comes from you wasting time. Right? I mean, come on now. Listen, let's go. Let's go. Let's make it happen. There's nothing wrong with being thankful. But we should see what are you thankful for around here? I ain't talking about riches, but we need to see some type of right? We need to see some works and some, you understand? Even if, like Christ said, I give you one talent, at least make two. At least make 2 talents. So let's go into our interview with Jerusalem Naturals. Let's go into our interview with Jerusalem Naturals, because it looks like it was my internet was kind of. Now I know I told you guys I was gonna get Starlink. I do have it, but I'm still in the process of hooking it up. You know, it's not that I don't know how to hook it up. It's something else. So yeah, hopefully we got that thing by next show. I'm working with someone to help me with that. I need to know about more talent. So we're going to answer some questions after this, but first let's go ahead and go into this. Hopefully it's not lagging. Good Father, I tell you, boy. So y'all give me one moment here. Give me one moment. We're getting ready to go into this good old interview. Alrighty. All right, I had a good time, me and my brother. Y'all ready? One moment. We got to get this on. We have to get this on camera. Let's get this outside. Listen, I just got this coconut water here from the store, and it ain't bad at all. But when I'm coming to Stan's house, he had the coconut ready for me. So let me see. He ain't got no straw, so we gonna see what I'm working with. Hopefully I don't waste on my clothes. Let me say my little prayers real quick. Let me bless this coconut. Here we go. Let's see what we got. Ooh, that's good.
Yeah, magnesium, potassium, zinc, everything you need right there. That's an electrolyte boost. That's a fact, Jack.
Whoa, that thing.
Yeah, it's my turn.
It's serious.
So we ain't back home where the man got the machete where he could just chop it open.
You hear that? You hear that? Look, that water up in there. Look.
That's how you check them. If you can't hear nothing when you shake them in the store, don't get them. They turn into milk.
Look, watch when I drink that thing. Hear that water. Watch when I drink that thing. Hear that water. Hear that water. Boy.
Wow.
That's what I'm talking about.
And Elder, if you want to really try something, pour that out and put some of that greatness in there before you go work out. Electrolytes, everything you need. You in there hydrated and pumping.
Wow, does that?
Look,
Yeah.
He finna have me having all type of coconuts at the house, man.
I'm telling you.
You know, I have not really been a coconut fan of the rind. I mean, excuse me, the shavings, the husk. I have not really been a fan of those. It feels like I'm not allergic, but this water is on point.
What you need right there.
Yeah.
This one for the cameraman, y'all. This is how I do it since I ain't back home with the machete and the natural green ones.
Oh my goodness! Hold this one
Just
right
like
there,
that.
bro. Yeah, let me go ahead and try that thing.
That's it, man. We natural around here.
You gotta take it to the head.
We Jerusalem natural around here.
Don't they?
Mm-hmm. I wish I had some lime for y'all. Put some lime in that thing.
Taste that.
Yeah.
That's gonna go hard.
Yes, sir.
My first time ever actually tasting this too.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all gotta take a trip down to the West Indies one time.
Because I'm always dealing with this right
Listen,
here.
Hey,
I'm always dealing with this.
when they see a real
The more you get back to like eating things like this, natural, straight from the coconut shell, it actually there's like a level of majesty to it.
Powerful.
You know what I'm saying?
Powerful.
Yeah. Listen, that was a beast from the east. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah.
So I'm saying I'm finna throw that chicken on the pit real quick. So, you know what I'm saying? Right now, Scotch bonnet and all. You know what I'm saying? Made it at least for over 24 hours.
Wow.
Come get you some.
Ooh-wee.
If you tired of that barbecue down the street, just
Straight
like that.
Benjamin.
Yes, sir.
Listen, man.
It's in my blood.
For some of y'all who don't know, who's never tasted Brother Stan, you understand food, man. You got listen. I'm telling y'all, and I'm gonna put out there he's single too. I'm just trying to let y'all know. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man. Hey.
So, hey,
Virtuous Queen, I'm looking for you.
You know, he gonna put you up on game when you come with him to teach you how to do some of this. You know.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Let that marinate right there on that pit. Now what I want to do is take you guys to my garden while this is going.
Already. We are back. I told you guys that we were coming back on G.O.C.C. Media, and guess who we have in the house today? We got my brother Stan again. We told you that we were going to bring him back, and he was going to be talking about a few different things when it comes to planting. This will not be the only time that he will come on. He will be coming on here periodically to continue to educate our people, our community, our body, the children of Israel and Gentiles on how to grow food, how to grow herbs, and what to do when it comes to the soil. Okay, so once again, I got my brother Stan.
Shalom, everybody. Peace and blessings. This is such an honor today. You know, I have so much information I want to bring to you guys. The elder has done such a service for me, just putting me on and teaching me how to really just get myself out there. And y'all have been reciprocating so much. I love you guys. So today I want to show you how I start up my worm bin, my composting worm bin. I have a bunch of pots here of plants that didn't make it. They died out for whatever reasons, whether it be the season changing too soon on them or their root system wasn't developed enough when I got them as clones or whatever, right? So what I'll do is reuse this soil. This one is cocoa peat right here. This is actually the husk of coconuts used to make medium, right? So this is great for worms right here. This is fibrous. It holds moisture real good. It'll keep them moist so they don't have to worry about drying out. And what I'll do is I'll actually use the dead plant, dead roots and all that is food, right? So I'll just dump it in there. You know what I'm saying? Everything, different types of soil. This one here is a very cheap soil from a nursery that we have here in Houston called Houston Garden Center. And they sell, this is actually their dirt right here. Super cheap. It's full of all type of native mycelium. And you know what I'm saying?
Can you explain to the people a little bit about what mycelium is again?
Mycelium,
in layman's terms, you can simplify it for them.
if I could simplify it as best as I could, mycelium is the network of mushrooms, right? So mushrooms are the fruiting body. It's actually the organ of the mycelium that is used to put spores out. It's the reproductive organ of mushrooms, right? So mycelium is what is used in the soil, in the rotting wood, in whatever the substrate would be, that will break down and feed so that it can have conditions to put out a mushroom. Usually you see mushrooms after a heavy rain because the conditions are good, it's real moist, and it's able to do what it needs to do, right? So mycelium is what you want to focus on whenever you're talking about soil or even growing mushrooms.
What about mycorrhizal fungi?
Mycorrhizal fungi is a type of fungi that feeds on things in the soil. It doesn't have a fruiting body, so it doesn't need spores or anything like that to multiply. So mycorrhizal fungi is something that is very good for us as gardeners. We need it. It actually goes through the soil far, miles away from whatever plant you got growing, and it'll get nutrients by searching out anything that's dead in the soil, worms, rats, anything that is decomposing, latch onto it, break it down, and bring those nutrients back to the roots that is in your soil.
So the similarity are there similarities, or they just kind of work as a unit, you would say, with the mycelium and the mycorrhizal fungi? What
takes place in the earth and in soil is that different fungi are competing for resources, and in that competition of breaking things down, the plants just sit back and have the benefit of it all, regardless to which mycelium is breaking down things the most and really colonizing the best. They're all breaking down things and giving nutrients to the plant.
Gotcha.
Mycorrhizal is just more efficient at supplying nutrients to the roots than most other myceliums are.
That sounds like some great information, but we can go ahead and continue. Thank you for that.
No problem. So you just keep dumping. Whenever you have plants that have died, guys, please don't get rid of it. I can't stress it enough. Everything can be reused in the Most High's nature, right? He created all this stuff. It's all a system. These are night crawlers right here. Night crawlers are great for surface decomposition. They don't go too far. That's why when you open up a box of them, you usually see a few on top. So I'll just dump them right in there.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Great thing about worms is they reproduce so vigorously that within about maybe 3 months or so, you can almost guarantee you've doubled your population. They have red wigglers and tiger worms, which can double in 30 to 60 days. And their population naturally slows down once they got too much in one spot. So they'll just stop making worms.
Gotcha.
Right? So all of this is useful, guys.
So they're very smart. They got a mechanism to know.
The Most High is great, man. He did all this perfectly.
That's beautiful, man. Some people probably think it's disgusting, but listen, everything the Most High made has a purpose.
You better believe it.
Right? So these things will help break down some of the food scraps or whatever you decide to put in there, right?
Yes, sir. Speaking of which, cameraman, if you want to get these bananas I got hanging here, I just harvested these yesterday, and the flower stalk up here, once I get my bananas off of them and they ripened, I'll just throw this in that compost pile. I'll let the worms do whatever they need with it, break it down. And bananas are high in phosphorus and potassium. So that'll travel through the worm's digestive system. They'll break it down into bioavailable nutrients for the plant. And their poop will be concentrated with what you feed them. So if you have things that need a lot of nitrogen, you know, kale and broccoli and basils and things of that nature, if you feed them things high in nitrogen, they will have high nitrogen poop that you can feed to your plants. You feed them kale, it'll be good to feed those castings to kale. That's how that works.
Gotcha.
All right? So with that being said, guys, we're gonna move on from worms to plant food. This is my proprietary blend of amendments that I make. And I want you to notice all the mycelium that is colonized in this entire bucket. Watch as I pull up.
So some people would look at that and be like, "Oh, what's all of that mold and stuff?" Right?
That's goodness.
That's goodness.
That's goodness right there. And that's how you know when you're shopping with Stan, when you're really getting it going with Stan, you're getting the best quality. When you buy these amendments in the stores, they don't have this mycelium. They don't have the breaking down process going already. So you have to wait a good 2 to 3 weeks before any of this is even bioavailable to your plant, if you have enough microbes in your soil. If you don't have microbes, you just put this in your soil for nothing, right? So what this lets you know is there's not a microbe activity in the soil to the point where all this is colonized, caked up. All this is caked up right here. This is mycelium that is actually spreading through all of my amendments. This isn't even soil. This is just straight nutrition food right here. Feather meal, which is dried up feathers from different birds, which is high in nitrogen. Neem seed meal, which is great to keep away bugs out of your soil and also supply nitrogen to your soil. I have over 12 different types of amendments in this thing, guys. So I did all of the trial and error, so you don't have to. I know what your plants will grow off of. I know what they need, and I put it together in one big mix. So all you have to do is feed and go. Keep your soil moist, and your plants will feed for months on end.
So you hear that, guys? We have somebody who you can, you know, direct message on Jerusalem Naturals, and he can mail you some of this good old, what would you call it? What's the name for you?
If I had to, so I call it my own proprietary blend of amendments, but if I had to give it a name right on the spot off the head, I would call it Nutrients of Jerusalem.
Nutrients of Jerusalem. So tell the people what this is going to do for their soil again.
So what this will do to your soil is condition it. I have amino acids in it that would condition your soil if you have very clay-like soil or very stony soil.
Yeah, that's what I have.
This will help condition your soil. There's people who've used amino acids in their yard to turn their grass beautifully green. And they started with rocky soil. So I have that in here. I have eggshells for calcium. Mind you, eggshells take a year to start producing calcium for your plants in a bioavailable form, right? I took all that waiting time off of you. I put mycelium in here that'll break down that eggshell quicker, probably by 3 times. Probably within maybe 3 to 4 months, you'll have a steady flow of calcium to your plants.
And you know, that's funny because I watch a lot of different plant channels, so to hear you say that is just another way, because some people will say, usually when you use banana peels or eggshells, that you probably should burn them first so that they be readily available for the plants, because just putting them in there, people don't know, it takes time. It takes time. Farmers, quick fact, they actually burn down forests before they plant on it, right? That ash gives them a high concentration of potassium.
Potash, huh?
Yeah.
Potash.
Yeah.
For those of you who garden, you know what potash is. You look at the back of that feeding thing, you know what potash is. But the thing is about ashes is that they're very basic. So you can change the pH of your soil from a nice 5.5, 6.5, maybe even 7, which is where most plants love to live at. With too much ash, you can turn that thing into like an 11, which nothing will grow on.
Right, it's
So
too
it's
alkaline,
a balance.
right?
It's too alkaline. It's way too alkaline. So once again, I did that for you. Yeah, there's no ash in here, but I have a higher concentration of potassium than you can buy at any other store. And that shows when you have plants that transition, like let's say mangoes. you go through a vegetation state, then it has to flower, and then you get your fruit. The transitional phase from vegetating to flowering, your plant is going to be using more potassium than anything else. And then from flowering to making fruit and ripening, it'll be using more phosphorus than anything else. Nitrogen is for vegetation. So NPK is the ratio that you're looking for: nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium.
Ooh, wait. So look how he break that down. Look how he breaks that down.
Hey, man.
Right? He pimping the plants. He know how to. He got away with the words. You see what I'm saying? So no, but honestly, man, if you need some of this, you know, however he's gonna tell you to contact him, you cash app him whatever payment plan he got for you. That's what you do, and he's gonna have your garden right. Okay? Because let me tell you, a lot of you have been asking, Elder, you're gonna come on with how to plant, what to do to plant. I can't grow anything. Listen, because some of your soil is dead.
Right.
Some of it's not living.
Right.
You understand? So that's why we're bringing people like this on with an expertise in this area to help your stuff grow. Because he's going to show you all of the things he has growing, and they're in pots. You don't know that growing in pots is not as easy as you think.
It's really not.
The ground, you know, to keep some of the moisture and certain things in there, and they got some, you know, bioavailable nutrients in there. But growing in pots, you got to know what you're doing.
It's an art.
You have to know what you're doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
Thank you for acknowledging that, because a lot of people think that when they see my garden, they see all th's green things. Oh, it's easy and blah, blah, blah. No, this is over 15 years of trial and error. I've killed thousands of plants. I've spent, I don't even want to say that. I spent over tens of thousands of dollars.
Right.
Tens of thousands of dollars on plants alone. So I've simplified everything to the point where you don't have to do that. You can spend $100 on plant food that'll last you. This thing right here, if you have, let's say 12 plants, and they're all in 3.75 gallon containers, which are these pots I have right over here, stacking up high. If you have 12 of those, this right here will last you about a year. You only need tablespoons per gallon of media. And this will be a constant feed for at least 2 months.
Because it's going to kind of multiply?
The microbes in it will multiply.
Gotcha.
The fungal inoculants in it will multiply. So if you look in here, you'll see all that white fuzzy stuff. That's mycelium. A lot of that, I would say from the hairiness of it, is trichodermia, which is a fungus used to extract penicillin.
Ooh.
Right.
Man.
So this is antibiotic right here. So I really do hook you guys up. This is my passion, and because the Most High put the passion in me, I can hook you guys up and not think anything about it. A lot of people, when they are hooking people up, it's like, ooh, am I taking a loss? Not with me. This is what I do. So, and I want to see my people with this same passion. I don't feel like the Most High gave me this for me to enjoy it and me alone. It can't be that way. The Most High is too perfect for that. So, but back to the product. This right here has enough of everything in it to supply your plants, not just micro, but macronutrients. You got zinc, you got manganese, you got cobalt, you got iron, things that your plant needs to be a healthy plant, to see those lush green leaves and those bright lemons and all of that. You need that. So get you some of this Jerusalem nutrients right here, and really enjoy your plants. Watch them take off. Watch nature nurture you. That's my slogan. Let nature nurture you, and all you have to do is give nature what she needs.
And listen, you know I came back over here and I said, listen, I need some of that sweet plant that I tasted last time, and some of that thing where, you know, I'm coming over here and buying what I need to buy. I got to get my little garden prepared and ready. I got to get the wasp. What'd you call that thing? I'm messing up everything. Look.
You talking about them carnivorous plants I got for you?
Carnivorous plants, yeah.
I have some Sarracenia purpura and Sarracenia Judith Hendels from my elder that you're not going to believe. We're going to get into all that in just a minute, but I want you guys to really focus on my garden and things that catch your eye. DM me at Jerusalem_naturals. Ask me questions. How does this grow? How do I get this? Can I buy it from you? And if I can get it to you, I'm going to get it to you, so that you can also live naturally. If you're not living natural, you're not living in the natural state that you should be in. Period.
Already.
With that being said, let's get to this garden. Oh, check me out.
It's smelling real nice too.
Check me out.
Smelling real nice. It's cooking at a nice pace.
Yeah, that low and slow in the race, they say, you know?
It's cooking at a nice pace.
Yeah, man. Watch that.
Ooh-wee.
Watch that.
Okay. Nice pace.
All right, guys, so this is the tour of my second garden. For those of you who remember the interview in the first, this is my bitter leaf, right? My bitter leaf that was going crazy over there at my first garden. I took some clones off of it. It's doing great. We got new shoots coming out. I put some diatomaceous earth on them so that they can withstand transplant and no other bugs can come deal with them and stuff like that.
You put food grade on it?
Food grade diatomaceous earth. I got you. And what those really do, what people don't know is that it actually is a big source of salicylic acid. So you're actually providing silica to your plants, which helps make them hardy, make these stems nice and stern so that anything that does try to bite on it and eat it, it's harder for insects to break that cell wall. So it actually makes them more resistant to pests.
Gotcha.
Hardier, so if hard winds come by, they don't be flopping all. Look at that. That's actually pretty strong.
Right.
That's actually pretty strong. Not even bending over and snapping. So the proof is in the pudding, guys. I have some self-heal here. I got people asking for self-heal so much right now. This is a plant that actually people who are dealing with, how should I say, for sensitive issues, you know, things that they have acquired through their life, certain diseases, this will help rid you of that. It's actually been used for people with, can I say the word? Can I say it on YouTube?
Just say what it start with.
STI that began with an H. Have been used to put on certain sores and blisters that come from that to get rid of them.
Gotcha.
So that's that. I got my squashes here. I got my basils. I got my paracetamols. Those have been asking for paracetamol so much. Got it right there for y'all. And this is a prized beauty of mine, man. This is my Sarracenia Judith Hindle. It's a carnivorous plant that is just so skilled and talented at getting wasps, bees, and things of that nature.
What's the name of that thing again?
Sarracenia Judith Hindle. It's actually a hybrid of this one right here. This is a pure Sarracenia purpura. So this doesn't produce digestive enzymes. What happens is rainwater will fall in. It has these downward pointing hairs. If I don't know if you can get them, those downward pointing hairs that work counterintuitively to roaches. You know those little. If you've seen roach legs, you know how they're built. This works counterintuitive to them. So once they fall in, they can't get out.
Gotcha.
They'll drown in that water. Mosquitoes will come and lay their eggs in that water, and the larvae will break down the bodies of the victims that fall in, poop them out, and give nutrients to the plant.
Whoa.
The Most High was real intricate with this, but this is maybe this could be a biblical lesson to those of you out there. Plants like this exist because of the fall of Adam. You know, plants weren't made to kill things and eat them. The Bible says that the land was cursed for our sake. So there's a lot of plants out here having to survive in certain ways that it should not have been. Speaking of which, let's go to another carnivorous plant that I got. This is my Nepenthes rafflesiana. I know these names probably.
These Latin names is crazy.
I'm telling, they put their name on everything, man. But
Judaize some of these names.
You know what? That's coming soon for y'all in a minute. So what'll happen is I have none that's open right now, but this will swell up, open to about yay size. This leaf will open up, and it'll act the same as the Sarracenia. Things will fall in, but this actually has digestive enzymes, so it's actually like a sitting stomach. Things fall in, can't get out, and they get broken down within a matter of 24 hours.
Whoa.
In a matter of 24 hours. It's actually said that the enzymes in this cup right here, in this trap, is just as potent as stomach acid.
Whoa.
Yes, sir.
You would never be able to tell from looking at it.
I wish it was open right now, but see, we're getting colder, The climate is changing. We're no longer in rainy, humid season where this thing would just flourish. So what's gonna happen with this baby right here is I'm gonna take it into the garage, set up my humidifiers, my grow lights, and really just let it thrive throughout this time where it would have been dormant, because nothing that I have needs to go dormant, right? I got watermelon here late in season. I know somebody gonna clown me out there. This boy growing watermelons in fall? I am.
Yeah, this Texas weather.
Yeah, and this Texas, so I can get away with it. I got some flowers here. I'm gonna do some pollination. Some of them I've already pollinated, and they'll swell up. You know, doing great over here. Just fed all of them compost tea that is bacteria based. You can either make a bacteria based compost tea, or you can make a fungal compost tea. Bacteria is great for trees, things that roots get real deep into the earth where there's no air transfer. Things are anaerobic. They love that. So apples, pears, things like that, moringa, magnolia trees, things that go down into bacteria-laden soil, they love it. And other plants don't mind it either, but you know, when you have trees, they really benefit from it. Things like this, with roots that don't really go too far, love fungal. And this is my Scotch bonnet right here for those who don't know. This that hot joint.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah, this that be careful right there.
Oh yeah.
Real talk. And don't be fooled, the green ones are hot as well. So you might bite into a green one like this is gonna taste like a bell pepper. Okay. You're gonna be on YouTube. You know what I'm talking about? So I love this right here. This is a spice that is dear to my heart, my culture, Benjamites. For those of you out there know that this is a staple. If you're getting pepper sauce for your fish, whether you put it on mutton or whatever it is, Scotch bonnet is the pepper. Believe that. And right under it, for my Benjamites, only a Benjamite would probably be able to identify, this is my soursop. Got soursop growing right here. So I put it in a big enough pot to where it can just stay there and do its own thing. I'll let some of these these Scotch bonnet drop off into the pot, because despite them being full of capsaicin and being hot, they actually decompose into a good source of phosphorus. So I can leave them and let them do their thing. Nothing gets wasted, guys. When you're being natural, nothing gets wasted. We got my red guava over here. I'm waiting for this bad boy to just take off. I got this as a clone from one of my hydroponic buddies who owns a hydroponics shop. Shout out to Botany Hydroponics off Winkleman and Bel Air. They got it going on. So he gave that to me. I'm waiting for it to really just start flowering. Never had a red guava before. I got my clove scented geranium over here. Purple whole black eyed peas. Some of them are giving me fruits, but like I said, I experimented and I planted them in a time of year where they really don't flourish. So I'm really seeing what takes off from what doesn't. Gotcha. I have a sister who bought some actually, and she said hers gave her a few peas already. So, you know, the proof is in the soil.
Gotcha.
This is another pepper over here. This one is actually not too hot, but it says it's a Scotch bonnet, right? Let me show you why this isn't a Scotch bonnet. All this white stuff is diatomaceous, sir.
Scotch bonnet then.
Yeah. It's a Scotch bonnet. You can't do this with a real Scotch bonnet. You can't be happy and do this. It don't work like that. I would have you stop recording if this was a real Scotch bonnet pepper. This is hot. Eat it, throw it back in the soil. I got some castor going right here, man. I love my castor plant.
So you said that the castor plant is very, very poisonous.
Highly poisonous, very. So it has...
The leaves are not edible.
No, you don't want to eat the leaves. You don't want to eat anything on this plant. You use castor oil because it's actually processed and it's went through a whole procedure to make it safe to put on your body. If you grinded this plant up and put on your skin, you'd be in the hospital before the night.
Ooh, Lord.
8, fun fact, not too fun though, 8 beans of this plant can actually cause a man to lose his life. That's how toxic this thing is, right? But I'm growing it because who doesn't like castor oil? I can process it, put it in my hair, had this melanin shining. You know what I'm saying? Y'all stay tuned, man. I'm really gonna put y'all on.
And guess what? If you mess with them, if you mess with me, See, if you mess with the cameraman, if you mess with
Hey.
they can put that thing on the arrow tip. No, hey, I ain't
Hey,
seen
man, hey. That's too much for y'all. Y'all don't really know. Y'all don't know nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? Leave that to the warriors. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I got my sage over here doing lovely. You know, this is one of my mother plant sages. If I ever need to cut some clones and get some genetics, this thing is great. Good resinous leaves. Fun fact about sage is, you see all this furry stuff on there? I don't know if y'all could really see right there. All that furry stuff are trichomes. Trichomes are resinous orbs that grow on leaves and grow on plants that are high in essential oils. So they hold a lot of the medicinal properties of the plant. Tomatoes have trichomes. Like I said, almost every sage has trichomes. If you really look at certain plants, you can identify these things. So that's another thing for you guys, man. If y'all make essential oils at home, look for trichome dense plants. All right, so let's go over here to the other watermelon. You know what I'm saying? I got one growing. So all of you who said, oh, you cannot grow watermelon in this time of year, it's not gonna happen. Check me out. And that mug gonna swell up daily. I already feed it with that Jerusalem nutrients right there, so
Yeah.
you don't have to worry about it. Water it, keep the soil moist, forget about it. All right, I got my okras over there. Got okras growing because okra just gives you food unlimited, man. If you take care of an okra plant, it's not gonna stop throwing out okra.
I remember because when I was in my last place of abode, it just kept coming back.
All the time.
It would die and it just keep coming back. I'm like, man, I cannot get rid of this okra.
Is that here in the States?
Yeah.
Wow.
I could not get rid of the okra or the tomatillos. They just keep coming back.
Hey, man.
So, you know, this is like when when you get land or you start to plant things like this, if you need food, understand which food just continues to grow. Just continues to just feed you. We got those wild blackberries that grow in Texas. They just keep coming back. Right? You can cut the grass and all you're doing, you're pretty much, it's like a tree. When you want a tree to grow wide, you cut it from the top, it's gonna grow wide. You want it to grow tall, you understand, vice versa. Those blackberries, every time you pull a lawnmower out, you're just making more of them.
Yeah.
And don't even know it. So, yeah, this is, like he said, with the okra, man, it just keeps coming back.
And Elder hit the nail on the head. It's really all about sustainable food. What's sustainable? We coming in a time where if you don't know the definition of sustainable, you better put your head in the book. You know what I'm saying? Because when things hit the airwaves and CNN and all that old stuff is happening, you're not gonna find bread. You're not gonna find water. Toilet paper will not be available. Those who have banana trees will have toilet paper though. Remember that.
And
and
okra can be used, I think my wife
oh
told me,
yeah.
for the hair, for the skin, all of that. So it has more sources for those people who don't like it. You know what I mean? It has a lot of different things that you can do for your body for it. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So what else you got here? Go ahead. What you gonna say?
There's so much stuff, and I'm gonna try to quantify it in the time we got, right? Okra, that gelatinous fluid that we all know okra to have, is actually a hydrator. So if you can make something to put on your skin with that, you'll notice you'll stay hydrated throughout the day. Throughout the entire day. It's like putting a membrane on. Literally.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So I got some sweet potato here. Love my sweet potato leaves.
Yeah. That's
Full of
nice salad,
nutrients.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And this is what I do. Those who know me know I just come out here and I just eat leaves, man. I need nutrients. I need it. I need it in my body. I'm a wide body. I need all the nutrients that I can get.
That's all right.
You know. And once you take steps to make sure that your garden isn't laden with pests, you can do what I do. You can come outside and just pick things and eat and not have to worry about, oh, did I just eat? Oh, what's that? You don't have to worry about that.
Right.
For those of you who remember the other interview, this is my moringa. I'm standing at about, what you think that is, about 11 feet?
Yeah, that's up there. Yeah.
Just like that.
And moringa is one of the most nutritious trees on earth.
Talk
it
about
does
it.
not need a lot of water to take care of it. In the winter, it may die back, but it will continue to come back and just grow.
Absolutely.
Right? They give it to people in Africa who are starving and things like that. It's not something I'm making up. And the worth of this tree, this is like gold. It can the seeds can purify water. You can just eat the leaves. You can eat every part of this tree, guys. So, yeah.
Believe that. And I got genetics coming for you guys. Everything I have, I work double time to get you the genetics so that you can grow it yourself.
There you go.
The last thing I want is people to look at my garden and see how spectacular the Most High is doing in my garden and think that it's something that's not tangible.
Right.
You can do it. It's meant for you to do it. So grab it, attain it. And like my brother says, the kingdom is within you.
There you go.
You just got to get it. You know what I'm saying? You got to want it. This is my key lime right here. Can't wait for that to start putting out. And for the people who remember my videos, I told you that callaloo is invasive. You might buy a plant from me and have callaloo growing out it subsequently. So that's a double blessing. You know what I'm talking about? I got more of the castor here. I really want to get you to see these seed pods.
Beautiful seed.
Beautiful seed pods, but very deceptive. Very deceptive. They look like lychee fruit. But I tell you what, if you eat one of those, you're in trouble.
You're going to see the Father a little sooner.
Oh, yeah. You very well may go
7 days.
to Zion.
Got this thing right here that looks pretty similar to the moringa. What's that again?
So this is
It's a beautiful smelling plant.
a eucalyptus plant. This is a baby eucalyptus. People might see them at floral arrangement places right here. So if you ever have a cold, you crinkle up the leaf. You really just use it as one of those inhalers. You remember those inhalers you used to get? You just put in your nose and just breathe real hard and it clear you out. This is it right here.
Beautiful.
Oh wow! I'm about to blow my nose in a minute. So, yeah, very potent. You know what I'm saying? Herbs is just.
This olive you got here?
That's hey, my elder, man. My elder, I ain't even telling him about that plant, dog.
Hold up now. I know my leaves. I know my leaves.
I ain't even tell him about that. Yeah, this is one of my olives right here. I'm waiting for it to do something for me, man. I just saw it and I know the biblical meaning behind olives, right? So I was just like, I got to get it. I have to. I have no choice in the matter.
Right.
Right. So more purple whole black-eyed peas. I got my rosemaries. It's good to have rosemaries and basils growing all throughout your garden, right? Because basils will bring you pollinators.
Gotcha.
Off-top pollinators, bees. It'll bring wasps because wasps come to kill different caterpillars and things in your garden, right?
Right. And they may pollinate a little bit sometimes too. Maybe not as much as the bees, but they're very important. So don't kill your wasps. Just let them do their thing. As long as they ain't trying to come in the house.
Right. Right. They're pest control.
Right.
Wasps are pest control. You know what I'm saying? So always remember that, man. It's good to have paracetamol growing. I have paracetamol growing everywhere. People love it. People are asking me, hey, can I get some of that? And I just make sure I have clones ready for everybody.
What does that do again?
It's an analgesic, which means that it's good for pain, anti-inflammatory, get that inflammation out, let blood circulation flow a bit better. It's good to lower temperatures, if you really need to break a fever or something like that of that nature. It is one of the leading ingredients in over-the-counter medicines today, like Tylenol and Motrin and things of that nature. So
I think this is one of the ones is this the one you gave me?
yes.
Yeah, because that thing is, you should see mine. I'm going to have to put it on camera what he's giving me and show how just because he's giving me something, I didn't waste it. It multiplied.
Right.
It multiplied. It's almost taking over my whole strawberry patch. So I'm going to have to give it its own place.
And for those who buy this plant from me, you'll know. You know what I'm saying? I give you the best price I can afford because I want you to have it. Food, shelter, and raiment. I'm cool with it. You know what I'm saying? So this plant right here, look at the roots. I can't even pull it out. Look at this. It's so profuse, it's actually started to take over the pot of the stevia leaf.
Oh.
Look at that. Jerusalem nutrients right here. This is like a month old, guys. I cut this like a month ago.
Wow.
So that lets you know right there. If it gets good enough.
You could dry that thing up and make a tincture out of that thing.
You very well could. Matter of fact, coming soon.
Hey.
Coming soon. If it gets enough sunlight, you'll notice that this thing right here turns purple. Turns fuchsia, it turns like a rainbow color. That's a good indicator to let you know it's happy and it's doing what it needs to do.
Gotcha. I
got my stevia here. For those of you who use stevia sweeteners, these are the flowers of a stevia plant.
Ooh, I need some of that and that other little sweet prince you got.
That Aztec sweet herb.
Listen, I need the stevia.
Got you.
and I need some of this.
Cameraman, tell me
and
what
I'm
that
gonna
hit
pay
like.
for it. You know what I'm talking about? Oh my goodness. Oh yeah.
Tastes like candy.
Fire.
That is sweet. That is super sweet.
That's fire right there.
All right. Mexican men's, I got more okra. I got
Sweet.
sustainable food, guys. It's all about what you can grow sustainably, utilize the space you have to make the most and let the Most High give the increase. That's all you need to do. And you'll watch how you flourish, right? I got my palau plant here. This is good, good medicinal plant, good for cleaning the body as well. It actually gives off seeds kind of like that. Remember that plant you used to get and blow and make a wish, the type stuff when you was a kid?
Yeah.
It has seeds much like that, so it spreads all across the land.
Mm.
You know, I have my patchouli.
It's about the dandelion. No, not the dandelion.
I think it was dandelion. Yeah. Patchouli. Great to keep away pests.
Okay.
It acts. Well, to me personally, I like to smell the patchouli. I'll get patchouli oil and just wear it. I like that. I have some more of the toothache plant right there.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I got a big one right over there, cameraman. If you want to get that right there.
Oh yeah, I remember that thing. Yeah, I remember that thing right there.
Yeah.
What, you got some coffee grinds in here?
Now I got that cocoa peat in there. So all that
gotcha.
is grind up cocoa husks.
Gotcha.
Used as soil, right?
Gotcha.
So it comes with no nutrients in it.
Gotcha.
It's inert, as you would call it. So you have to put all the nutrients in there.
Okay.
But once you do that, it holds on to microbes better. It holds on to water, moisture better. So it just, some people prefer it. I prefer it in many cases. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
I got my grapes. Just got some new grapes. You know what I'm saying? Can't wait to make some wine off those bad boys.
Right.
Got my red Malabar spinach here.
So, have you ever made wine from any grapes you've grown yet?
No, I have not.
Okay.
But what I have done is been able to get them to produce. It took a while for them to produce.
Okay.
I finally got some, and it has a mild peachy flavor. I never had a grape that tastes like a peach, but the Most High make things perfect, man.
Gotcha.
I have my soursop. For those of you who know soursop, this is a grown soursop plant right here growing. I can't wait for it to give me some fruit. The leaves can be used as a tea. It's very anti-cancerous, antiviral, antifungal. Clean out the body. If you're dealing with something, help really push it out. It works kind of like elderberry in a sense. So, a very medicinal plant. I got my Trinidad scorpion over here. If you're talking about hot peppers, that all them kids taking that challenge and all of those stuff. I double dog dare you to buy the Trinidad scorpion pepper. But great pepper, great flavor right there. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Got my lemons over there. My Mylar lemons.
So what is this here? I see a lot of these. This is another Malabar
That's another
spinach.
Malabar spinach right
Well,
there.
I got a good eye, don't I?
Yeah, you do.
I got a
You
good
do.
eye.
I ain't gonna lie, we're gonna have to get some
Yeah.
some herbs on that land, man.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to get some herbs on that land.
Yeah, I need some herbs. They're gonna grow just like weeds on the land. That way, it's just more than enough food.
Got you.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it's going down.
So guys, this is my garden. You know what I'm saying? I have some squash here as well. So my point is in getting all this footage to you guys is that you really understand you can do it. There's really nothing holding you back. You know what I'm saying? This is it. This is in the front of my house. If I can do it, you can do it. I'm here for you to do it. So there's really no excuse. You got questions? I'm here. I'm on Instagram all the time answering questions. I got you guys.
Yeah, because a lot of people always ask, can I grow a garden on the patio? Can I grow a garden with this, with that? Listen, don't let anything stop you because you can do it. There's no excuses. I've done it plenty of times. I was living with my brother. I ran out of space on this little patio, and so I started growing it on top of the roof house of that apartment. And when the Most High, seen that I was so consistent with it, what happened? We ended up taking it to a whole land, growing it, right? So you have to put in the work, though. This is a whole mini forest that this brother got here. I can only imagine this being in his backyard. It would take over. So it's kind of best that he kind of has it in pots, because it would be a whole food forest.
Absolutely.
Right? So I'm very glad to get you back on for the people, because the people have been asking over and over. You understand? And we hope that you guys don't only just watch, but that you show some and put forth some actions to try to make you a little garden. And hit him up if your soil is weak, because most of the soil that you have in HOA communities it's just man-made stuff that they put together to put the grass. But you need some bacteria in there. You need some life. And this is the person who's going to help you to formulate that. Don't be afraid to hit them up. Stop being cheap, Israel. We have to learn how to, you know, put forth the finances to get what we need. Every time we try to, you know, get stuff for
The hookup.
or free 99, not $3.99, but free 99.
Lord have mercy.
Then guess what? You're gonna get what you pay for. So some things you can get blessed with for free.
Yeah.
But with your soil, you have to be very careful. It's a lot of trash being sold out there, right? So yeah, Big Stan, we appreciate you once again, my brother.
All
my
praises.
brother. You know
All
what I mean?
praises.
We gonna get up in there and get some of this good old jerk chicken
chicken
again
time.
on camera for you before we go.
Yes, sir.
It's gonna be some finger licking chicken. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, bless you all.
Bless
and
you.
yeah.
Peace. Got that fresh kale. Keep your testosterone bumping hard. You know what I'm talking about? Onions, garlic. Not too much seasoning so you can taste the greens. You ain't trying to overpower the green flavor. You want to taste them greens are how they made for you, man. That iron and all that zinc and magnesium, man. Check that out, man. Don't look like something? Grinding. Look at that.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, when y'all get tired of that barbecue joint down the street, where they give you more sauce, where they give you meat, you need to come on down here to Jerusalem Naturals and get you some of this jerk chicken, man.
Hey, look, I didn't try it.
Look
that
at the
joint.
juice
I can't
hanging
wait.
off that chicken there, man.
I cannot wait.
Ooh, we been cooking for about 2 hours on that grill?
Yeah.
You ain't got to worry about no unclean nothing. Nothing.
Yeah, buddy.
It shouldn't be really, you should really taste greens.
I'm tasting this good old food right now at Brother Stan's house. Health as well. Got these good old greens, and I never taste a woman even cook chickpeas like this. Y'all got to step y'all game up. Hold up. Let me tell you. I ain't trying to hook him up, I'm just saying. Hey, the best jerk chicken on the planet. Oh man, I know y'all like that. Y'all elders crazy. Well, that's what we had there for our interview from Brother Stan. I want to see that coming up out of there. Look good. Yeah, I done wasted a little bit on my pants. Oh my goodness. Yeah, trying to show off. See, that's what happens every time you show off. The Most High, like, boy. But anyway. So that's what we have for the interview with Jerusalem Naturals. So for those of you, once again, who want to, I had to show my brother food off. Listen, I had to show my brother food off. I'm just saying. And by the way, we have some more cooks coming on very soon. Hey, you want to get on the show? Send that email. You know, I'm finna be having a few people on. Elder Rawchaa, get ready, brother. We want to see your garden. We want to hear, you know, what you do so we can learn from you and Brother Stan. I mean, you know, you don't really need to hear from me. I'm going to let you hear from the rest of the people. Y'all already hear from me enough. I want you to hear from the other people who may not have a voice. We're going to let them speak their talents as well, because a lot of people say they want works. I'm giving people a chance to put their works in. Once again, like I said, as long as you was in good standing under your leadership, because a lot of people have talents, but if you ain't in good standing, you never at church, nobody know you. We have to know who we labor amongst. It's just what it is. So Brother Stan is a growing young man, learning, putting forth the plow, and doing the best he can with what he has. And he's doing not just that, he's doing great. So we have another Benjamite coming on soon. Gonna be I don't remember what she's gonna be making yet. So as a matter of fact, when she comes on, right, let me, I forget. Do y'all want her? Because some of y'all may not know how to cook Jamaican food. She from Jamaica. She from Jamaica for real. Her husband got that accent too. That don't mean you ain't Benjamin just because you ain't got an accent. But they definitely from Jamaica, and their food is bomb. So we have so much talent in Israel, right? We got some curry chicken. We got some curry goat. We got some stewed chicken. Let me know which y'all probably want her to cook. Just let me know. Type it in there. You understand? Type it in the chat, and then that's what she's going to come on with. Okay? So, yeah, it's coming in probably in about a week or two. It's going down. So get ready. And we want to see more people. We got my boy Deacon Quadash coming on that soon too. Listen, that boy, yes. My Dominican brother is going down. So let me see. First of all, I'm going to put his email back out there. Stan, STAN dot Bolton, BOLTON at AOL.com. Okay. He got the same last name like the people off Game of Thrones, the Boltons. But anyway. So, any questions? We're going to just answer little questions really quick. Man. Stan the man. I mean, Stan is the man, man. Me and my brother had such a great time. I mean, Stan make a little honey wine too. After you eat some of that good old, I remember we was at Tabernacles, not this one, but the last one. He's so shy too. He nervous. He'd be nervous to do the interviews, but he had made some of that jerk chicken. We was out there freestyling. Me, brother Tazaba. I don't know who else was out there. Was it Deacon Quadan? We was out there having a great time. You understand? One moment. Okay. She said, ask if they want her to cook curry goat, curry chicken, or stewed chicken. Yep, that's what I did. Please be sure to, this is Stan, please let them know to put a brief description in the subject box with their name so they can prioritize above all other emails. Please make sure that you put that in the description box and your name. Okay, don't just email the brother. Keep it, you know what I mean? You know, keep it professional and holy. Okay. I know some people out there asking if he's single and all that. Hey, that's your business. We do all things, but we do all things in decency and in order. We got measures for that type of stuff. We do courting and we do, we don't just get married and make babies. We got, but yeah, the brother is single. Praise the higher. So, anyway, yeah, that boy, he know his way around that stove. I'll tell you that. So, but anyway, all jokes aside, I just would like to bring people on, you understand, with their talents, man, because Israel has a lot of talents, man. We're going to be working something out with the music. Some of those things may have to come on Patreon. I'm going to be honest with you, only because, the copyright issues with music and YouTube is just so funny. So I'm going to have to talk to Elder about when I have a music show that I may have to come on his Patreon just for that. And that's even if it gives me permission to do that. So, because I mean, this, we need support. A lot of times, we need, stability and support a lot of times. So, and it's not just about money, but that's what keeps the church going. So we don't want the page to get striked and the page not to receive your support. We don't, you know what I mean? It's been so long of keeping these pages, and we really want y'all to subscribe to G.O.C.C. Media to continue to build the page, okay? So, anyway, I want you guys to make sure, because we got some clothing, we got some people who are going to be announcing a few things with their clothing. Judah wear, that's all I'm going to say, Judah wear. You understand? We got Elder Rawchaa clothing, Lionborn Fashion Hub. You can go to lionborntees.com and get your fashion. Because I'm gonna be wearing my jacket this winter, and I gotta get my hat. So that's going down, right? You talking about? I love the everything about that. You know what I mean? Yeah, lion bread, lion born, Christ led. Right? Anyway, so outside of that, I'm just going to answer a few questions. I know there was a great interview, man. I had such a good time, and definitely once I get my little garden together, because right now I'm running behind because I'm still getting settled on the land. Like I told you guys, I was actually on the tractor from about it was about 11 o'clock because I had to get a little rest from doing it the day before, and I got all of them piles of dirt down. I'm hurting right now. Then I got to hit a little pump in the gym. I probably can't go too hard and eat me a little food. So I got more work to do. I'm never not working, and just winter's coming. So we got to prepare for winter. When I was overseas, people prepare for winter because a lot of things over there close down in the winter. So on that side of the world, they really prepare for winter, right? So we preparing for the winter, man. You understand? And I'm going to be building, most high willing, I'm going to be building me a greenhouse. Usually when I say I'm going to do something, it's done in about 2-3 days. So hopefully this greenhouse, I will get some footage of it to show you what's going on. And it's only because I have a few tropical plants that I want them to have their own environment. Some things you can grow in certain climates and they'll survive. So you got to sometimes say, if I got a mango tree, I'm going to keep one outside, keep one in the greenhouse, just to see how it does. Sometimes they do good, right? So I'm going to build my greenhouse, me, my wife, and my family. So, yeah, great interview. If you want to hit stand up, just hit him up and he will get with you guys. All right, let me answer a few questions here. Stan, you got everybody hungry. You got people asking if you're married on here. I'm like, listen, boy, I ain't really a chickpea fan. It was that Mediterranean food. I like it, the hummus. I love the hummus, though. The garlic roasted red pepper hummus. I always get that organic stuff right there. But I'm not really a chickpea fan as far as just, I'm from the South. I like the red beans and I like the Mexican food and stuff like that. But I taste them chickpeas. I said, brother, what did you do with these chickpeas? Because I just have never tasted chickpeas like this, man. Because usually on the Mediterranean, they make them really plain. I don't really like plain stuff. I'm from Louisiana, so I just like Cajun. I just love seasoning. But it was perfect, man. And I'm gonna cook myself, man. It was Stan. Most High got you. You don't only got a green thumb. You got I don't know what we would call it in cooking. But man, you got it, brother. Praise the Most High for you. So anyway, let's see here. We're trying to build these young brothers up, man. We're going to be having a men's conference for Houston. Just Houston only. You got to do that in your own congregation, your own elders and stuff like that. But to build these young brothers up who may have not had fathers, uncles, grandfathers, whatever, leaders, like we didn't have at one time. So we just passing it down, trying to get people to learn. We can't hold your hands, but we can give you a little wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And what you do with that is what you do, right? We have some elderly brothers and men with knowledge to help young men how to be men as we're getting ready to go forward. It's just a little workshop. The sisters are always doing their little tea parties and things like that, building the young sisters up. This is what we have to do. We're not only waking people up, but we have to learn how to keep them. So we're working on that. All right. Look out. Lion and King got a lot of new music to come. We don't, for us personally, because we're shepherds and my brother, security, all that, we've been doing this work a long time. So the music, sorry, it just does not come first. It will come when it comes, but it's going to come when it comes. It's not my main thing I do. So, but it is coming. The jungle is coming. We got some people helping us with that. Elder Rawchaa, my brother, it's coming. So, and we got some more stuff, man. Like I said, so just be on the lookout. All right. So let me get back on subject. We have some people who said pepper goat, stewed chicken, of what they want the sister who's going to be coming on soon to cook. Because we're going to be going to her. Some people said curry chicken. Listen, whatever I see the most is what's coming. I see 2 stewed chickens, 1 curry chicken. 1 second, let me scroll up. Sister Shauna, I hope you're listening. Oxtail safe. I don't know what you mean. Are they safe? They good to eat. They got some good eating right there. I just don't like the fat on them. You got curry goat. I mean, man, we gonna have to just roll the dice or something. Curry chicken. Cause see, this is the thing. We already know a lot of people know how to cook it and a lot of people don't. So some people want to know. So we're gonna bring people on who actually or from this culture who know what they're doing, right? It's one thing for you to know how to cook it too, but it's beautiful when a Benjamite is putting that spirit on there, just kind of how Brother Stan did it with the jerk chicken. So you got stewed chicken. Listen, Sister Shauna, it's like up in the air right now. So we just gonna have to have you back on again and that's a blessing to cook one of the other dishes. So hopefully you're on here paying attention. But yeah. We're gonna have to cast lots like they did back in the days. Okay. Anyway, any questions before we log off? I know y'all gonna be probably watching this interview again. Make sure you get your plants from Stan. Just make sure, Stan, that you save me my sweet plants. It's a lot of plants I gotta get from you. I gotta hire Stan out here. Listen, I told Stan he gonna come out here. I'm gonna pay him what he weigh. I'm gonna pay you. You gonna come out here. You gonna do some work for me. It's gonna be worth it. That's another thing. It's a lot of time we want people to come do stuff for free. Now I'm gonna pay Stan a day's work. You see, I love my people and what they do. So we gotta learn how to show that appreciation. He needs to come to San Antonio and do the class. Now, if he comes to San Antonio and do a class, just understand you're going to have to support the brother on his gas, place to stay. You understand? And he going to bring some plants maybe that y'all can purchase to help y'all. All right? Hopefully that ain't too much to ask. You know, things expensive now. Good Lord. Inflation is all-time high. So he can definitely come out there and do some charity, man, and educate the people in the body. Brother Stan, you hear that, huh? Y'all just email the brother. Beef stew, plantains. Ooh, them plantains. Hold up. Sister Shauna, I need some of them plantains in there. Hold up. I forgot when we went to your house last time, them plantains was in there. Them plantains, it was that little mango salad. I got to have it. That's extra on top of the whatever meat dish you're going to cook. Woo! Yeah, I need the plantains and some of that mango salad. They had a lot of stuff over there. Let me tell you, they had aloe vera juice, all that. Man, I'm not asking for all that, but them plantains and that. I was mixing the plantains with the mango salad. I was like, my goodness, our people can throw down. We need also from a good Levi dish one day. But you got to be Levi. Like I would like to feel the culture. I know you Levi like and you're born in America, but I'm like if we got anybody out there, because I don't really know what Levi, because a lot of Levi's from Louisiana too, but that didn't went to the Cajun side. We talking about the Levi from, I don't really know what Levi cooks, what they're known for. So that'd be nice to know. We know Puerto Rican food. You understand, you know what I mean? So, but my favorite would be Issachar, right, when it comes to the Spanish food. But I mean, you Deacon Kodash we got Deacon Kodash. He's Simeon and his wife is Issachar. So it's both flavors going on with that. It's like, what? That thing is crazy. So I can't wait to get them on. Deacon Kodash, don't forget about me. G.O.C.C. Media. Thank you, Elder Rawchaa. He said, great interview. All praises, man. Listen, I'm proud of these young brothers, man. That's what we want, positivity, man. Hey, what's Taffy say? We definitely need buildings for a room and board for out of town members at a price, of course. As long as I got my man staying in the hood, don't do him like that. I went to that Airbnb in Dallas, and I'm like, because I ain't from there. I'm like, man, we was staying in the heart of the hood. And I'm like, man, Elder gotta feel, I'm glad Malak, my security. Good Lord, I mean, I get down too. I'm just saying, we in the hood. We trying to. I'm just reading through y'all comments and make sure if anybody got any questions. So what are mushrooms good for, Elder? Man, a lot of mushrooms help with inflammation and the brain cognitive function and things like that, right? We sell a mushroom, if you don't plant them, we sell a mushroom immune booster. I actually need some more of that. Matter of fact, by the way, I'm going to take some of this good old ashwagandha and zinc. I usually take it at night or early in the day. It's our new goal line. Boy, that thing is crazy. Your brother Stan, he be on that day. He be on that martial arts too. You seen them pads in the garage. We're going to have a men's day. We're going to get all our brothers in shape too. You know, we're finna start doing that too, man. It's just, you know, it's about building what we got. You know, converts are good too, but we also got to maintain what we have as well. We're the temple of the Most High, so we got to build within. Okay, I had a crop of squash growing after the rain. My leaves had white spots as if bleached. Is that normal, Elder? No, it's called powdery mildew. You can take you some baking soda or some peroxide in a bottle or your little bucket with the sprayer and spray that thing and then cut some of those leaves off and hopefully they come back. Okay, but sometime depending on the climate and the humidity, sometime it can't be prevented, but it's good to do that though. Every year is going to be different when it comes to planting too. Sometime the harvest is going to be a little different. Let me see. Yeah, the ashwagandha is serious. Sea moss and pre-workout. Hey, gotta have it. Okay, so it look like I'm just gonna do questions for 5 more minutes. And forgive us for the lag until I figure out this Starlink. If any of you have it, you understand what I'm going through. If it's not supposed to be in a certain area, let's just say that. Post your website again, Tyra Evans. KIIY supplements. That's true. That's why I want a greenhouse. Yeah, it's good to have a greenhouse. It's really necessary. I'll say that, whether it's small or big. I had a small one at my other house, but at this time I'm going to build a fairly big one. If it be the most High's will, that we can be successful with it. It's going to be my first time building such a big one, so hopefully I'm successful with it. How are the chickens? The chickens are doing good. Actually, I had one of my chickens passed away. Sometimes they get this little eye thing that goes on, and she ended up not making it. It happens from time to time, guys. It's just a part of the game. So, I buried it, gave her a nice little burial. I didn't eat her. Gave her a nice little burial, and yeah. She's gonna get put back to the ground and give the ground the nutrition. So it just, hey. Animals is made to be taken care of, but they also made to be eaten. So, hey, she either would get ate, like some fried chicken. She could have went out that way, but unfortunately, she went out the other way. But the chickens are doing wonderful. Been laying eggs. The rooster. I need to get another rooster. I have 2 roosters, but I want another one so he can crow louder. I guess I'm so relaxed. My house is always so quiet and relaxed. The rooster, he want to be relaxed. I'm like, I need you to wake me up in the morning, man. So, have you dehydrated your own eggs? No. You know who I need to get on here? Sister, is this Sharice? I follow her on Instagram. Man, she has she has a great garden too. Yeah, if her husband lets her come on here or put a video out on G.O.C.C. media, that'd be nice, man. She has a nice garden, nice clean garden. Man, hey, that thing is nice. She be harvesting and doing all type of stuff. Sister Sharice, if you out there and your husband let you come on here, show some of your work, that'd be nice, man. Check out Homestead Hearts YouTube channel. They built very nice greenhouse. Okay, I'm gonna check it all out, and I'm gonna do Jay Sharice from New York. Garden is looking beautiful, man. They put some good work in that thing. Straight up. A lot of you guys, Humble Servants Homestead, doing a great job. We would love to have some of their stuff on here too. You talking about these people been putting, all our people be putting in the works, right? Astragalus. I don't know if he has Astragalus. What is the Brother Stan's email address again? Maybe some of y'all just coming on. Let me put it again. But I'm here to answer questions, so I don't mind. Stan, I don't know why you didn't just come on here and type some of this stuff in the box. You texting me. Stan.bolton@AOL.com. That's STAN.BOLTON@AOL.com. I'd rather be in the hood than amongst the KKKs. Oh, Lord. Listen. Hey, the KKK is a joke. So, I don't believe that they exist. I believe they only existed on the media, personally. You know, because I heard some other stories about our people in the past that they just don't want to tell you, that we was checking some people that they don't never want you to know about that. So, you know. But either way, you know, we all want to be in safety. Yeah. Sister J. Cherie, she goes hard. Showing you how to preserve food, different things like that. I was going to say, is there a herb to help with smoking? Email me at elderrawchaa@gmail.com. Yeah. Email me and then I will give you the exact herbs for that. And then it's up to you to do your own research and take it upon yourself. I will never give nothing out and they say, Elder, this ain't work. Hey, that's on you. Your body works a certain way. You got to check with your doctor, check with your family, do your research. You know. Would you be dehydrating anything for the winter? Not this winter. We're just getting settled on our land. So I'm really looking forward to our next spring garden. I'm going to be allowing compost piles and my chickens to do their thing, and everything that's in the chicken coop. Not coop, excuse me. Everything that's in the you understand where I've laid down the bedding for the chickens. I'm going to be taking all that and putting it in my next garden as it decomposes over the winter time. Great question. What herbs are good for diabetes? Listen, this is what I would do. I would Google them. Google is good. Google what herbs are good for diabetes. And if you don't know from there, just email me at elderrawchaa@gmail.com. Okay. I'm afraid if I put stuff in the ground where I am, the stray cats and critters going to ruin my stuff. Well, there's something you can build with some PVC pipe, and you can put an actual fencing around it. So it's almost like building a greenhouse, but you're just putting fence around it, or you build your greenhouse. So don't worry, it's always a way around it. I definitely understand that, how the raccoons and the rabbits and certain things try to come. That you got to work around it. You either need to get you a dog or spray something also around it that they don't like. Right? Looking forward to some more bodybuilding content for the women. Coming with the arms. Going to show the women how to get rid of those, arms. And I'm coming out with some exercises very soon. Just been busy, so. Is your email on the Key Supplements website yet? Yeah, but if you're trying to buy specifically for supplements, or you could just type into our chat box, and someone will help you there. But it's no consultation thing. You should do your research and see what's going on. What you need. We'll have consultation soon. But if if it's really that bad, just email me at elderrawchaa@gmail.com, and we'll see legally what we can tell you. It's always best to check with your doctor, and do your research to see what you really need. And then once you know what you need, now you can go in there and get what you need. Hey Elder, recommend a help book for us to get in, and I purchase all praises. Yeah, it's a lot of help books. You better get all these type of books you need and certain things for the times that's coming. What should we be feeding our pets? whatever you decide to feed your pets. I mean, if I have a dog, my dog eat raw diet. It's the best. I don't want my dog to be jabbed up. I'd rather them eat a raw diet. That's personally. And you can cook it if you want to. It's up to you, but I try to keep things with nature as much as possible. And giving them diatomaceous, food grade diatomaceous earth for their stomach. You understand, and making sure they don't have no parasites and stuff like that. Feed your pets real good dogs. What? All right, we only go until 9:50. 9:50 right now. This is Central Standard Time. It's 9:46 here. 9:50. Shout out to One Elder. Could you put your email in the chat again? Hold up. Okay. Elder Rawchaa at gmail.com. Make sure when you email it, you put what's the purpose. Because if there's anything personal talking about between me and you and stuff, I don't really get with the personal stuff like that. So make sure you have your purpose in there. Because, I still got to get to know people before, you know what I'm saying? So make sure we get to the point. And I'm not trying to be rude, but sometimes it's like, man, our people got to have a little bit more honor. It's like, yeah, need that goal line. Amen. Elder, do you eat homemade barbecue sauce? Of course. As long as it don't have no MSG, no table salt, no hydrogenated oils. I use only coconut oil, olive oil, avocado. I use healthy fats only. If you got that and some real butter, no margarine, we can get down. Everything that come in this house, I'm checking every label. And I don't get tired either. It's not annoying for me. I want to make sure I stay beautiful inside, outside, and I want to live as long as possible. I love what God have blessed. I'm just happy to be here to do God's work. And I just want to, make it as long as possible. If I can. Most High willing. That's what I'm wanting to know. What would you do for raw diet? I would just do a little research because I can't make a whole segment about that. This is what you have to understand about dogs. They like to get their minerals and vitamins from what the other animals they eat. Okay? They are the predators preying on these other animals like rabbits. Rabbits are eating the vegetation. So they store these things in like their organs. So that's why you see lions and things always going for the organs first, and they will really just lead the meat to the rest of the lions. Whoever get them organs first is going to be the most healthiest. So you can get a lot of organ meat. It's very cheap, or go to a butcher meat shop. I personally wouldn't be feeding my dogs no pig. Not that they can't eat pig. They can eat pig. It's lawful for them, but you got to know where you're getting that from. But I personally just wouldn't even want that on my land like that. So I would just get them other things. I don't even feed my chickens like bioengineering. Like if it's something somebody gave me, I just don't give them no GMO. Even my chickens won't eat no trash like that, because then that's gonna be in their eggs. So yeah, organ meat, and you can still feed them like grounded up turkey or chicken or beef, whatever the case may be. Yeah, they stay real healthy like that. I mean, wow, they really rarely get sick and parvo when they eating a great diet. You putting garlic in there, you can put carrots. That's what I used to do when I had some dogs. But unfortunately, I don't have any dogs right now. But they eat raw. So before I get a dog, I make sure I can afford it, that it can be trained, all of that. I don't just get it and give it away like most black people do. Okay, so we at the end of the time. I want to go watch my little Lord of the Rings on Amazon Prime. I want to go watch my little shows. You understand? So I'm going to get me a little food. It's late. And I really enjoyed coming on here with you guys today. Excuse me if anything was lagging. I am very grateful to have done this interview with Stan. Look forward for our next guest and our next guest and our next guest coming very soon. I also want to thank Deacon Malak for, you understand, being our cameraman, with Goldback Gorilla Productions. Okay, he got some stuff coming out soon. Right, him and Elder Rawchaa work really close. So yeah. And when I'm saying feed the dogs, you can still feed your dog some stuff they sell over there. If you want to ask me personally what I would do, that's just my own opinion. But according to the research, them eating naturally like that is like, man, it's really good. And you can still cook it a little bit if you want to. It's fine. Like I was putting MSM in my dog stuff for their joints. I was putting moringa powder. I mean, my dogs was spoiled. They was getting it all. No wonder they had so much energy. So I got to get out of here, right? All praises to the Most High for you guys. Once again, shalom to, if you ever get a chance, I purchase a good book called Self-Sufficient Life by John Seymour. Okay, all praises. I got me a few survival books and certain things. What you feed your chickens is gonna, yeah. All right, how do you get rid of possums in the plants? Ooh wee! You either get you a dog. Sometimes they don't like to come around for cats. And I used to have to go outside in the middle of the night with my taser, just making that noise. They would run away. But really, you have to do some research on that and see what works. Because there's certain things I can't say on here that I would do, that I would try not to do, but if I have to do. But really, I would hope you have a dog or something. If you don't got a dog, hey, BBs, hurt them. I don't know. I mean, hey, I don't know. I don't try to hurt no animals if I don't got to. That's all I got to say. But just like I told some of my neighbors, I don't want your dogs on my property. That's all I'm going to say. I had to scare some away. That's all I'm going to tell y'all. Y'all might think y'all elder crazy, so I'm going to keep that. I'm going to keep that to myself. I don't want nobody on my property. I call my neighbors and let them know. He say, do what you got to do. I said, you sure right. You know what you can do on 10 acres of land, what's legal. Be careful. Don't let your dogs on my property because I got kids in the family. Elder, can you show some of the survival books you have at some point? Yes, I will. And it's great for you to look on Amazon. They have a lot of them on there. Y'all know I'm joking. Shalom to all my elders, Elder Rawchaa, Elder Lawya, Elder Dale, Elder Rawchaa, all the rest of my elders out there, and all the congregations. You understand, all the deacons, all the officers, all the brethren, the sisters, the children. Bless you all. Have a good night. Don't forget to check out Wednesday night show with Elder Rawchaa, Hebrew Academy. Make sure you sign up. Don't forget to check out the brothers with the Indian tribes coming on G.O.C.C. Media, speaking in different tongues. Don't forget to check out Elder Morris' session on here. I wish everyone peace and blessings. All right, and we will see you all, if it be the Most High's will, next Tuesday, same time on G.O.C.C. Media. All right, we out of here. Before you leave, if you could do me a favor, if you ain't hit the like button, hit it.